Welcome back to another Q&A on the Zaandarbrow channel.
Where the hell am I?
You're in Titus.
I was just in Michigan, What? Brower, what am I doing here?
We have surprised returning cast members.
And somebody who was never even in a Q&A, even in the past time.
I was on the highway.
No, you weren't.
My car is currently running without a driver.
Who cares?
Oh, okay, I guess
Well,
we'll
it's thank God you're in Michigan because you probably just hit a deer. Or maybe a tree like 30 miles into the woods.
Or a dog.
But that being said, we got a lot of questions to get through. Let me get these through. Our first set of questions comes from the Copycat 7153. Shady.
Here, you can focus on me too. I'm just gonna be a commentator.
Shady.
Fuck!
You know what? I'm fucking reading.
Okay, you know what? You can read the Copycat's question.
Why is it 2 fucking paragraphs?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
It's not even a fucking question!
Alright, no, fuck off. Hang on, I'll sit over here so you guys can just read it. From the Copycat, when will you finally tell all your subscribers about Dark Link and Princess Zelda sitting in a tree? Okay, we're gonna break this up. When are you gonna tell us about that?
Brower. That's directed towards you.
Well, if this was in the script, which it's not, but I guess it could be a fantasy, Dark Link would pretty much take over Zelda in a tree, and
Dark Link is gonna get pegged by Zelda. I hope you're ready for that, too.
No.
become a bottom.
No, I'm good.
Alright, 2.
But if you're not pleased with that, you can go to Rule 34.
Anyway,
Yeah.
2.
Alright, question two.
Will you use gothic powers from Final Fantasy and moments in Love by Art of Noise Pirates Hook, aka Captain Morgan, them in Season 5 of Stupid Mario Brothers, just like Rich Alvarez did?
What the fuck are you saying?
Those were words.
Was that a sentence?
Look, all I heard was liquor.
I heard something about Rich Alvarez in there, I think.
I don't fucking know. Alright,
Richie, is that you?
Number 3.
I think it took my
Number
graduation
3.
speech.
Y'all ready?
Ready.
Will you ever do a skit involving Shady slugging it out with Spider-Man to end this vendetta once and for all? What was
Shady, I think that's a question you gotta answer.
That's a me question,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, when am I ever gonna fucking fight Spider-Man, I guess? I don't know. Hey, whenever you want it, you got it. Has to be played by Bobby Becker IV, though. I'll play it like Norman, Perry Osborn or something. Alright.
Why is the Spider-Man
I know I'm copying a previous question, but do you think because of his vendetta against Spider-Man, what the fuck is it with me and Spider-Man? Against Spider-Man, that Shady will go insane and take everyone in the multiverse out with him? This is a question for all of you.
Shady just hated to me.
No, fuck off!
Okay.
Am I gonna go insane because of Spider-Man and take over the fucking multiverse?
See, if I may, I'm pretty certain that you've already gone insane. That is why you are a part of Zaandarbrow in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
As to whether or not you're going to defeat Spider-Man in this grand multiverse battle, well, I do see that could come to fruition maybe 5-10 years down the line after we finish Smash 6.2 Act 3, the Breaking Bad reference episode.
But what about Batman?
Brower, if you ever make a fight scene between me and fucking Spider-Man because the copycat said so, I will actually beat the shit out of you.
It's okay, I'll be late.
Should be Web Weaver instead.
Alright, and the last thing here is, and lastly, will you tell your subscribers about this one important thing? In the darkness lies the truth.
What?
In the darkness lies
Wait.
the truth.
In the darkness lies the truth.
Is that the question?
That's the question.
In the darkness lies.
I will read it again.
What does it
And
mean?
lastly, will you tell your subscribers about this one important thing? In the darkness lies the truth.
I think what they're asking for is some clarification on that, Brower.
Yeah, well, you see, when Merlin told Wario, in the darkness lies the truth, he had to figure that out, so Mario and Luigi had to go to Professor Oak at the end of Season 5 of SMB.
In the darkness lies the truth. You've heard this, yes?
I'm convinced
so
you're the
lost.
copycat.
This is his ultimate revenge.
24-hour.
Alright, what's the next question?
Okay, to
Does
regain
Copycat
my
have any
brain
friends?
cells, Evan Richardson says, "Got Ruby questions for you guys for the next Q&A video. One, what's your favorite Ruby song? And you can choose multiple.
Let's break it down. So, what's
Yeah,
your
we're
favorite
going,
Ruby
we're
song?
going clockwise.
Yeah, as in, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you go
there are
first.
multiple parts. So, what's you?
I'd say Caffeine, Red Like Roses.
Okay. Do you even know what Ruby is?
No.
Okay, we'll skip you.
Rooster Teeth show.
Oh, I've seen it. I find it incredibly insufferable. Skip me.
Brower, what's your favorite song?
Red Like Roses 2.
Skip me. I got through a few episodes and couldn't watch the rest.
The season 1 song, I forgot the title of it.
Red Like Roses.
Oh, okay, so it's like.
What's the next question on that?
Alright, the next one. Who's your favorite Ruby character, main or secondary? I feel like we've asked this. We got asked this one.
Yeah, well, I wasn't here for it.
Alright,
you
so
were.
Let's go clockwise again.
Yeah, well,
See ya.
let's do it again.
Honestly, off the top of my head, it's Ruby Rose. And Crow's cool too.
I know the Justice League showed up, so I'll say Batman.
Oh, hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
No.
I'm just saying it to say something.
No, they got canceled. Alright, my favorite character is Crow and or Ozpin.
I'd have to say my favorite character is Spider-Man.
I can
You know, I gotta fight him apparently.
Yeah.
Mine is Nora.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to me. I would say mine is Crow.
Yeah.
Mine's Taboo.
Right. If you could design a new Ruby video game, what would it be? You know what? Honestly, I think Ruby would be fucking great in the style of like the Infamous games.
Yeah, I could see that. Or something like Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, a roguelike kind of thing. Yeah, I definitely could see Ruby being like that.
All right, Patrick, what do you got?
A slice of like baking mobile game.
Yes,
That would
I
be
am
really good.
here for this.
Honestly, not for nothing, like a Ruby chibi version of that would be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
see?
Yeah.
A la Cooking Mama, but Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Lego game.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I want a Ruby Lego game.
I could see something like a Ruby sort of racing game in the lines of like, in the style of Redline, but incorporating elements of Ruby.
This is gonna sound like a cop out, maybe like an open world RPG, like
Yeah.
like like anything Bethesda does, because the world just sets up to where you don't just have to be the Ruby team or the other teams. You could just be on your own team with other players or whatnot.
Honestly, for me, it's so fucking obvious. A Ruby like video game in the style of like Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, like
All
that
right.
would be kick-ass.
All right, and our final question from Evan Richardson is, what's your favorite Ruby moment from the series? Season 2, Team Caffeine just comes down and just wrecks shit as the song plays.
Yep.
I've never watched
The
any
credits.
of it to say I've enjoyed it, but it's cool that the Justice League showed up. So
Yeah!
Fuck you.
I would have to say Crow versus Tyrion.
I like the part where Spider-Man fought Shady and lost.
I beat the shit out of Spider-Man.
But not
Um,
but not Ruby.
It's been a while since I watched it. I would say, because as a writer, not favorite, this one hurts. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen it by now. Whenever Pyrrha has to, yeah.
Do you believe in destiny?
Whenever she gets her Achilles
Because
heel.
that's the moment that sticks out most to me. And it not only affects that season, it affects seasons after, and that's strong story writing right there.
You see, mine is pretty obvious. Mine is in season 1. It's a very pivotal moment in the whole story. It's when Weiss calls Blake a slur when she finds out that she's a fucking honest.
I'm a degenerate. He's a person. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to stop referring to the trash can as a trash can?
Weiss shows her true colors.
You really gotta sign some high and white power there. Just saying.
Okay. Alright, and this set of questions comes from TV Nicholas Krause, homie
Ooh.
of the channel.
First, before that, hello, TV Nicholas Krause. Hello, old man.
Hi.
We love you.
Alright. His first question, what's the hardest project you've had to make?
Oh, I wonder what.
Wow, I
Alright.
wonder.
I'm under an NDA. I cannot say what it is.
You can say the name of it.
Smash 2.
Yeah.
Back in November, I did a 48-hour film festival for Savannah. They have them all over the country, I believe. You have to basically, at 7:30 p.m., you get all the criteria you need to make the film, and that's on Fridays at 7:30, and on Sunday at 7:30, you have to have that film written, shot, and edited, and uploaded.
Oof.
And it was a team effort, but still, you're sometimes, depending on what you're doing on that team, you're up like
Running ragged.
you're running yourself ragged, just trying to write the thing, trying to get actors, because sometimes you can have the actors ready ahead of time, sometimes you gotta find actors, and then, like I said, there's the set, and then depending on, like I said, if you're part of the editing process, it is killer. You may be taking power naps a couple times a day. I was very stupid and volunteered to cook breakfast for the entire crew.
Oh, Lord.
A lot of pancakes were made that day.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was bad. Very fun though. Don't regret it at all. But whew,
Yeah.
it's a sprint, not a marathon. Also a marathon.
Yeah. I would say Smash 1, but that was a lot of fun for me because I wasn't really directing. But I would say Zelda 1 because that was my first collaboration with Shady, and it was during the pandemic, so it kept getting delayed.
God.
And half of the cast, a few people didn't want to come back for the final episode, and we're like, all right, is this gonna get done for like the second year we're trying to film this? So recasting, reshooting, and rewriting. So Zelda 1 was my first big challenge with Shady.
I'd have to say one of my biggest challenges recently would have to be working on Demon's Clock, in particular the music for it, because I basically had to get that done within like a week's time frame. Like writing it, mixing it. I mean, I had a week prior, but still, it was such a small window. I'm used to having like such a wider time frame. But don't get me wrong, it was a great challenge, and I think it really helped kind of motivate me and push me to like just do something great with it. And I'm really proud with how it turned out. I'm really proud of Tio for how his show is becoming and how Demon's Clock has come over these years, you know. And I'm happy to have done it. It was very miserable for me. A lot of long nights, but I would definitely do it again.
Do it again.
Oh, I'll do it again.
Alright. Emily, your hardest project.
My hardest project, a long time ago, Brower was making a show called Unknown Plumber, and the most difficult thing about it was trying to figure out the direction in which the show was going. And I don't know what factor, I mean, I have an idea of what factors they were in, but just trying to figure out like where it's going. The shoots themselves weren't difficult. Just trying to figure out what my character is. I'll say Brower's gotten a lot better about clarifying what he wants from his actors and whatnot. It's just, you know, in the early days that like Smash had a clear direction on where it wanted to go. And then Unknown Plumber, I think, might have been the first time that he was like kind of removed from some of those assets and elements. So I think that might have been kind of baby's first steps outside of that zone. It's like, okay, I don't have the Smash crew anymore. What am I going to do now? And then just trying to figure that out. And it's really hard trying to figure that because it's like, if I don't know what's going on, it's probably because the director at that time didn't know what was going on either. Like he had a soft idea, but not a hard idea.
Grant.
But again, he's gotten a lot better about that since, though. But that was probably one of the harder ones I did that I can remember.
Oh my god, is it even a fucking question? Waluigi 2.
Oh.
Waluigi fucking 2
Yeah.
was the hardest. Look, say whatever you want about Smash 2, because it's had its fair share of difficulties. And by the way, coordinating it all, because, you know, one thing or another, difficult, absolutely stupid and mad. But Waluigi 2, dude, it rained on one of our shoots. One of our main lead flew out and moved halfway through shooting, and I had to beg him to fly him back. I had to beg him for me to buy his ticket to fly him back. I worked my ass off for that. I wasn't even the director of the project at first. It was Bobby, and then it was Brower, and then I was like, oh shit, I actually have to direct it, don't I? Because I'm the only one that really knows the script. So I jump in, and I'm forced to direct everything. Everyone's getting mad at me because they're like, why the fuck didn't you communicate this from the get-go? It's almost like I got hired a week ago, buddy. I wasn't in pre-pro. Wait, what? Dude, I had to, everything was against this movie. I had to sacrifice so much. I guarantee you I've lost years of my life just trying to figure out how to make that movie work.
And we had this guy over here saying, oh, it's probably gonna be boring. Things like that. I'm not really that interested in Waluigi 2 at this point.
Yeah, and
It's
look
taking
what
so
happened!
long.
And look what happened! Go fuck yourself, Maytard!
I was happy to be wrong. I was happy to be wrong.
Let's not even forget the fact that your favorite scene of all time is in that movie.
Yeah, by the way, I still want Taboo.
Wait, who's
Yeah,
that?
you do.
Huh?
Wait, who?
I want Taboo.
Giggity.
Fine, fair marks, but
Talking Ebony.
Alright, so to preface, these questions did come from the January Q&A, so some of these questions were asked way months ago. So, what is your favorite TV show of all time? Mine is Legends of the Hidden Temple, the old one from 93 to 95. That is a classic. I don't think professional wrestling counts, because I gotta be honest, that's
That's TV.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to say...
And it has stories to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to say WWE because I really don't watch TV.
Tough question. Lots of different shows. I will say one that I always feel is very under talked, especially because the creators have gone on to do much bigger things. Is Person of Interest. Ran from 2011 to 2016. Brotherhood, made by Jonathan Nolan, brother of Christopher Nolan. He made Westworld and recently Fallout. But before that, he did this show on CBS called Person of Interest. It is a fantastic show, especially seasons 2 to 5. Just with some of the best character work, best writing, best theming. Yeah, just really good hard sci-fi show that has a lot of heart, despite being about AI.
Yeah. It's a time between Supernatural and Cobra Kai.
I knew it.
Tie? Why is it a tie?
I can watch it back to back any day.
It is a good show, I will say that.
For me, it's definitely gonna have to be I am difficult at picking favorites, so I'm just gonna go with one that I can always go back to regardless and still enjoy it. Doctor Who is one of those shows. For the most part, I could just go into the middle of any series, any Doctor, and still have a fun time. For the most part, Chibnall had a bit of a rough period, I love Jodie as the Doctor. I love her. I just do feel like she was given a bad chance. But still, it's just the one show where I can just send myself into any moment throughout its entire run and still have a fun time, regardless.
Emily.
Recently Fallout's one of the favorites. It's just I haven't watched anything Jonathan Nolan had done before, but just the fact that I can tell that through the writing, directing, and whatnot, he has to be somewhat familiar with the game. There is no way you are not familiar with the game, with the way the show just portrays itself, the way the story goes. It's definitely a love letter to what came before. But if I had to go with a favorite of all time, BoJack Horseman really sticks out to me. Initially, it doesn't take itself very seriously, and that's how it coaxes you into getting some really hard subjects. It takes advantage of the animation medium, and using the animal characters that they use them to portray an otherwise very hard to swallow kind of subject matters, but mainly about mental health and whatnot.
For me, at the moment, it's a tie between probably the two biggest shows on the planet right now. Number one, Boys. I think The Boys season 1 through 4 is beyond perfect. Like, it is the definition of the perfect kind of shock culture you want, and it's very good at political commentary. By the way, everyone aspires to be Billy Butcher. Just 100%. It's almost like that was an inspiration for something. The second one is, and again, I just can't pick between the two. The second one's Stranger Things. I think season 1 is still a very perfect mystery. Season 2 and 3 kind of faltered, but season 4 killed it.
God,
Killed
yeah.
it. Nobody can tell me that Dear Billy isn't like one of the best episodes ever made in television history. It is so beyond good. And not just that too, but like just the character dynamics that you see. Vecna as a villain himself. I'm excited for season 5. I have friends working on season 5. I'm excited to see what you guys do.
Alright.
1 second. My favorite TV shows, it would honestly either have to be a tie between Stranger Things, especially season 4, or Breaking Bad. I never thought that I would put Breaking Bad that high, but this man over here decided to, put my ass through Netflix boot camp, and like I binged all of it, and I gotta say, it is a bit of a slow start, but once you kind of get invested into it, and the plot keeps going on and on, it's so freaking addicting, man, and the way Walter White's story just goes, Jesse's story, everybody in the show, it's like nearly flawless in my opinion. And honestly, I think Breaking Bad, while it might not be a show that I'll watch all the time, I think it might be the most impactful show that I've seen. So.
I'll go as far as to say I think Breaking Bad's a perfect show. I personally just have more of an attachment to The Boys and Stranger Things because of rewatchability. But and by the way, another thing too, not even one of the best episode in television history. Season 5, episode 13,
Ozymandias, yeah.
Directed by Ryan Johnson.
I was about to say, fun fact, Ryan Johnson
Yeah.
directed some of the episodes of that.
And
show.
I will go on record and say I think that's one of the best episodes. That is the best episode.
I think that's the best thing that Ryan's done, period, in my opinion. Yeah.
Knives Out's pretty good.
I haven't seen Knives Out, so I couldn't tell you. Okay.